thank you for making this comment, because I didn't know anything about it either, and I've just given birth for the second time 2 months ago. So I thought I'd make that video to spread some awareness, get the conversation going. A lot of mixed comments. Some of you haven't had it, some of you had 8 babies and haven't had it. So let's just talk about it. Let's just, yeah, see what it is. So, as I said, this was my second baby. I did not get these contractions with my first baby, but I did with my second. Now, I don't know if this holds any relevance, however, let's add it in. With my first baby, I had a medicated birth, so I had pethidine in my thighs, and I formula fed. I did not breastfeed. Second pregnancy, well, labour, is unmedicated. All I had was paracetamol, and I'm exclusively breastfeeding. I contracted for 2 weeks straight, probably every half an hour to an hour. Obviously, they got less and less painful throughout the 2 weeks. They were so bad in the first week whenever I would breastfeed that I literally nearly gave up breastfeeding. When I gave birth to my daughter and she was out, I was so confused as to why I was in more pain than when she was in or coming out or anything like that. I was in so much pain that I genuinely couldn't hold my daughter for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. When I first got up out of the birthing pool, like stood up, I thought I was hemorrhaging because I was in so much pain. I genuinely didn't understand what was going on. The midwives told me that, oh, it's completely normal. And I was like, I had never heard about this before, ever. But the midwives were like, yeah, everyone gets it. The more babies you have, the worse it gets, blah, 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 blah. Even though everyone was telling me that it was normal, it did not feel normal. I was scared, confused. I needed someone to have told me this way before giving birth. So yeah, I made the video. Let's spread awareness on it, all of that kind of stuff. So basically what it is your uterus contracting back to its normal state. The more babies you have, the stretchier your uterus. The further it's stretched, the further it has to go back to normal. However, I'm obviously not a healthcare professional, so if you do have any questions, ask your midwife or your health visitor. Google is also a really good read, and there's so much information on there as to why it happens, just basically showing how normal it is. The main reason I made that video is to make sure that if it does happen to you while you're giving birth, after you've given birth, you are aware of it, because as I said, I was so bloody confused, so scared, because I didn't know what was going on in my own body. And I just wish that I had known that it's a thing. 2 babies later, I now know. So I'm glad to have shared, guys, and good luck.